Shalom and welcome back to Talking Torah. We've missed you. It's been a little bit. We were on vacation over the winter vacation.
And in Cuba.
And we want to say welcome back to Rabbi Klein and everybody else from that trip. From what I understand, it was a wonderful experience.
It was a great experience, and I want to talk about it more fully sometime, but maybe even this Shabbat I'm going to touch upon it, because there are great takeaways when you meet the Jewish community of Cuba. Really important things for us to take to heart. And speaking of taking to heart, you know, with Purim about 6 weeks away, and the whole Megilah project certainly well underway, I think it's an opportunity for us to share with the congregation what it is that for you and for me this project means. What is it that this Megilah symbolizes and means to us, and perhaps offer our own encouragement to people to join in this really wonderful opportunity to be a part of writing a new Megilah for the congregation. So I know we each come into this project with our own thoughts, our own feelings, our own very deep connection to the Megilah. I know this Megilah that we've been using is very old. I mean, I think someone has told me that it's at least 150 years old.
Wow.
So you see, the Megilah, as we know, as a Torah, it has a longevity to it. It's not something you write and it's there for 5 years. It could be hundreds of years that this Megilah, we hope, it will be around long after we are all gone. But so, what does it mean to you? How do you relate to it?
You know, I think about the scroll as being holy, as being something that's sanctified, and a lot of the work that we do as Jewish people who are seeking out spirituality is figuring out a way to take mundane and turn it into holy, to take it from Chol to Kodesh. We write all the time. How many times do you jot down a little note on a piece of paper? Right? All the time. And that's an action that we've been doing since we're 5 years old, 4 years old, since we're very little kids. We're writing. I mean, even Avishai will take a marker and he'll scribble and whatever, and he's only 2. So when I think about the scroll and these letters, the ink is chosen so very carefully. The parchment, what paper can be written, the way that it's tied together is so carefully thought out that you realize that even the act of writing, and that's why I'm so excited about this project, is because we're going to literally write, but we're going to write in a way that we've never written before. No matter how many times you've written with a pen and with your hand, this is going to be something that's so unique, and it's like nothing we've ever done before. That, to me, really gets me very excited about the whole project.
You know, you use the term holy, and I think we should share with people, not that we've shared this before, but in the Jewish tradition, what is holy? Holy is something that is on an entirely different level from everything else. Right. That's wholly different. Shabbat is holy because it's kadosh, because it's different from every other day.
Right.
And the writing of a Megilah is a holy act because you're 100% right. It's not like we're sitting at our desk and writing some notes. This is writing with special ink on a special parchment, a special story that becomes a special scroll that becomes holy because of all of this that goes into it. And what helps to make it holy is when people feel that they are involved in doing something of an order and magnitude different than anything else they'll ever do in their lives.
Right.
And that's what you do when you write a scroll.
That's right.
I'm always quoting Rabbi Jonathan Sachs.
Right.
And one of the great books that he wrote is titled A Letter in the Scroll. Mm. His point is that each one of us, every Jew from throughout time and forever, is a letter, is a part of the story of the Jewish people, is a letter in the scroll. And, you know, I'm thinking about now, well, what word do I want to have? What words do I want to, take in this in the new Megillah? Because I want it to be a word that somehow means, that has a power within me. But I think everybody can understand that we are all letters and words in this ever growing and this never-ending story of the Jewish people. This takes us back however many years, 2,500 years, give or take, to a different point in time. And here we are, and we're going to continue writing the story, and hundreds of years, someone else is going to write the story, and the story goes on, but it can't go on unless we become our letter, our word. It can't go on. So what we write here is, in a sense, is putting ourselves into the story of the Jewish people. I think that for any individual, any Jewish individual, and for any parent or any grandparent, when you think about that, giving yourself or your children or your grandchildren the opportunity to write yourself into this extraordinary story of the Jewish people, and to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you say no, right? How could you say no to that?
That we talk about holy, and when we all have opportunities all the time, right? You have an opportunity to, at every moment in our life, we have an opportunity to do this or that or the other thing, right? This is a holy opportunity because of those reasons that you're talking about. This is a unique, I love what you're saying about writing yourself in, writing your family into our long line of Jewish tradition, literally with our own hand and with our own pen, well, quill. There's no opportunity like that.
No.
It is wholly unique to this moment in our synagogue, and so I think that's wonderful. Great thought.
And realistically, the time is growing short for people to jump on board.
It's Rosh Chodesh 5.
That's right. And we have just this limited time for everybody. And I hate to sound like this is Home Shopping Network, all right? But there is just a limited time, and truly so. We have the scribe is going to be here for 3 Sundays in February.
The first 3 Sundays.
And after that, the Megillah is closed. It really closes.
Yeah.
So we have those 3 Sundays in February to write ourselves, our children, our grandchildren, and I would say, bring your children, bring your grandchildren.
Let them write.
Let them touch the scroll.
Yeah.
But we need people to join us in this holy endeavor, this wonderful endeavor, and to do it as soon as possible.
Yes.
So, not that we're the Home Shopping Network.
I do like
God forbid.
Flashing at the bottom.
God forbid.
Yeah.
All right? And there are no sales here. This is just, in my view, the opportunity for every one of us to access and to engage in something that will give us lasting meaning, and we'll feel the ripple effects every time you hear the term Purim or Megillah. You're going to say, I had a role in writing the new Megillah. My family is a part of it. And I'm anxious to play a part in that as well, and I'm sure you are.
Absolutely.
So the mechanics are, we do have the forms for people.
The pledge cards.
The pledge cards.
Yeah.
And they're in the office, and I'm sure are they available online?
I believe so, yes. Yeah. And I'm sure that no matter what, you can just call the office and tell them what you want, and they'll be able to guide you through the process. But come. I mean, a lot of it is actually being here and showing up and writing in person. February 1st, February 8th, and February 15th. Here in the mornings of those Sundays are going to be the days when we're literally writing. The scribe will be here.
And the first is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, which is going to be a great weekend here.
Amazing
We have
weekend.
the Super Bowl of Learning that Saturday night.
Right.
We have the
Worldwide
Wrap early Sunday morning. Everyone can put on tefillin and learn talk about holiness, the holiness of tefillin.
Yeah.
Then the scribe is going to be here to guide our hands to write this Megillah.
That weekend is going to be
That's
super
fabulous. Great weekend. And then the following weekend and the following weekend. So come on down.
Yes.
and really join us in this, and we'll welcome you and embrace you for being a part of this, and you'll feel good about it.
Yes, great. Well, so thank you for bringing us this scroll to talk about, and thank you all for watching, and we want to say Shabbat Shalom and Lahidro till next time.
Shabbat Shalom, Lahidrot, and let us wish you a good month, because the month of Shvat begins tonight and tomorrow, and that means Tu B'Shvat is 2 weeks away.
Yes.
So Shabbat Shalom and a happy Chodesh, a good new month to everybody.
Yes.
Shalom.
Shalom.